Breaking news 2023 as Amaechi in bed with Atiku. If recent revelations are nothing to go by, then former Rivers State Governor and current Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amaechi may be scheming to increase his political relevance ahead of 2023 by counting former Vice President Atiku. Amaechi Rotimi, a chieftain of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), is said to be making political capital out of the several business relationship between the Nigerian Port Authority and Atiku's logistics services company, Itels Nigeria Limited. Even though Atiku was reported to have divested his sales and stake in Itels earlier in 2020, then the former vice president is said to still be very much involved in the company. Rotimi Amaechi, as exclusive gathered by Per-Second News, is working to restore NPA in Itel's business relationship, an alleged opportunist political move aimed at earning in Atiku's trust and friendship. The minister's ultimate goal, however, is the actualization of his long-term political ambition of becoming Nigeria's vice president if becoming president was unattainable too, the report says. Rotimi Amaechi's alleged quest to gain Atiku's trust and position himself as his vice presidential candidate in 2023 reportedly culminates in the recent suspension of Hadiza Bala Usman as managing director of the NPA. The Whistler had reported that President Muhammadu Buhari suspected Hadiza on Amaechi's recommendations and ordered investigations of NPA's activities under a tenure. But sources who spoke to PSN claimed that Amaechi moved against Hadiza in order to restore Intech's multi-millionaire dollar pilotage contract with NPA. In an interview with Arise TV last year, Hadiza had revealed that apart from the fact that Intech's 15 years contract with NPA had expired, the firm was allegedly using its political influence to operate outside of the legal framework of Nigerian maritime regulations. But Amaechi was said to have sought a presidential approval to restore all contracts between the NPA and Intex and suspend all court cases between both parties. This will not be too good for Amaechi, who is not well linked by most party stalwarts, including state governors and the leadership of the National Assembly. An APC chieftain told PSN in reaction to the possibility of the minister leaving the party to achieve his aim. The calculation of that if even the PDP will implode given the controversy surrounding Atiku's candidacy and the opposition from within the party led by people like Rivers Governor Wike Wilson. Then, that popular saying that my enemy's enemy is my friend, psychology and philosophy, while some come into play, and Atiku and Rotimi Amaechi may emerge in a calculation that is bound to shock many Nigerians. Another party bigwig told the newspaper about this. Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news. You can imagine. You can imagine. What a shame. Look at what they are saying. You can imagine rubbish. Romancing each other. When Nigeria is falling apart. When Nigerian citizens are eating their head. They are confused on the street. There is commotion on the street. There's hold up on the streets. Nigerians eating their head, eating each other, and these people are here fighting for nonsense. You can imagine. This is so funny. Why are these politicians behaving like this? Talking about a company, the nonsense company, the money that is meant for Nigerians, that should be used to maintain Nigeria, is being used for their own stupid interest. They use this money in building companies, houses, and Nigerian citizens are there lamenting. They are there suffering, going hungry. You can imagine. This is so funny. You can imagine. It was reportedly says that Atiku have divested his stakes in Intex earlier in 2020. He said to still be very much involved in the country. In the company, the Intex company. You can imagine. Fighting for nonsense. Dragging what is not. President Abubakar is there that should be advised on how to solve the issue of Nigeria. They are not advising the person they should be advised. They should advise. They are not making move on what should be done, or the next move to be done in the country concerning insecurity. Can you imagine? Amaechi quest to gain Atiku's trust and position himself as his vice presidential candidate in 2023. That is nonsense. Imagine that kind of a thing. Fighting for presidency. Even rehearsing on how to become each other's vice president. This is absolute nonsense. It was reportedly culminated in recent suspension of Bala Usman as managing director of the NPA. This is so funny. Whistler reported that President Muhammadu Buhari suspended Hadiza on Amaechi's recommendation and ordered investigation of NPA activities under her tenure. You can imagine. That is what they are known to do, and they are the one. They are also there stealing. Amaechi is also there stealing, looting money, but they would never see that. He will never say that he is also involved in looting money. He said Buhari should make an investigation on Hadiza. You can imagine. You can imagine. Oh my God. This is so funny. This is so funny. NPA claimed that Amaechi moved against Hadiza in order to restore NX multi-million dollar pilotage contract with the NPA. That was what he said. That was what he said. He was the one who told Buhari who recommended Hadiza. But what is happening now? He will still be the same person that will still go against Hadiza when the time comes. They said this, Arise TV last year said that Hadiza had revealed that apart from the fact that Intex 15 years contract with NPA had expired, that the firm was allegedly using its political influence to operate outside of the legal framework of the Nigerian Maritime regulation. But Rotimi Amaechi was said to have sought a presidential approval to restore all contract between the NPA and Intex and suspend all court cases between both parties. So that is it. Anyways, that is their life. They are known, that is what they are known for. They don't even care about Nigerian citizens. All they care about is their own life. Their own life on how to be the president, a leader, or how to gain position in the presidential house. How to get a presidential position. That is all they are known for. How to keep recommending people for political interest.